Hello, Cancers. Good afternoon. Thank you for coming in. Cancers, I'm here to do a love check-in message with you. There is a lot happening astrologically in your sign, and we haven't even hit your season yet. We're going to do so in about 10 days from when I record this. But already we have the planet Jupiter, which moved into your sign. I'm sure you've heard a lot about that. That's pretty big, Cancer. It's only in your sign about every 12 years. I did a whole video on that, so I won't go into it too much. We have Mercury in your sign as well right now. And Venus is in Taurus, which is a very symbiotic energy for you. Going forward into your season, it just kind of amps up more and more and more. But we'll get into it as we get closer. We're here to talk about love today, so let's do it. I'm going to be taking a look at a person coming in toward you today, Cancer. This could be a person that you have on your mind. Always keep in mind, of course, the energy can be vice versa. It can be interchangeable. If you're here to cross watch for your Cancerian friend, you're definitely welcome to, but keep in mind what I said about the vice versa. All right, let's see what's happening in your love situation, Cancer. Any position of Cancer in your chart will do here. Okay. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance, which means that there's a reason for faith. So something could be a little bit shaky between you and this person right now, or maybe they're wishing for you and remaining optimistic in that way. We'll see. Well, yeah, romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Worth it. Okay, that's interesting. Let's go to the Amore Psyche. We'll see some of the more physical or sexual components in this connection. Whoa, okay. Love secret. So it hasn't even been explored, maybe not even spoken about. I did get something about this, right? Staying optimistic, wanting to manifest you. This is number 22 in this deck. No tie into tarot, but 2 and 2 is 4, which makes the Emperor. Let's get one more there. Your feelings are real and worth exploring, so they've been kept a secret. Okay. What else? 2 more will do it. Balance and unity. Interesting. This is number 21, and we had number 22 right there. Okay. And memories and remembrance. There's a lot of 2 people in this deck here. Stay optimistic about your love life and memories and remembrance. Well, this definitely could be somebody from your past, Cancer. We'll see. Like, I already got that they're not talking, but trying to call you in. We'll see where this goes. Let's get into it. I'll do astrology at the end with the Llewellyn. What's on their mind when it comes to you, Cancer? Let's see. The 2 of Cups. Whoa. Venus and Cancer energy. This is balance and unity. They see you as their perfect counterpart, soulmate energy. I always call it my heart to heart and mind to mind. These 2 actually don't need to speak. The feelings are heard in the energy. Okay, but anyway, they've got this 2 of Cups on their mind and they're staying optimistic about it. How do they feel? The Page of Pentacles, that's interesting because your feelings are real and worth exploring. Well, pentacles are real, they're tangible things, right? It's earth energy. But in the page format, it still hasn't really been developed. It's still very at the beginning phases, but they're curious. They might want to reach out to you, but they have this page. Pages are communicators. Okay. There could be an age difference here. Memories and remembrance. I don't know. There's kind of a longing. What actions do they want to take? What actions? 4 of Swords, which has been coming out in the collective a lot right now. We're still in Gemini season. This is Gemini energy. But the 4 of Swords is not really an action. It's an inaction. It's a time of rest and contemplation and going within. They could be recovered. Stay optimistic. The 3 of Swords is what's before the 4. Right? So what they're doing is healing from something, resting, integrating. but dreaming is what I'm getting as well. All right, let's see the energy around them. This is where you could appear. Oh my gosh. I was going to say it could be a furthering of their actions. Look what came flying out. Taurus energy with the Hierophant. Venus in Taurus right now. Also the planet Uranus is there in the final degree. But the Hierophant is marriage. It's commitment. It's definitely real. The Hierophant is also a very spiritual connection, and I was sort of picking that up within this person already. This is a pentacle, which means a solid offer. Okay. What's the challenge? The Five of Pentacles also coming out a lot right now. The Five of Pentacles is a card of energetic lack, right? Stay optimistic. This is feeling not very optimistic, out in the cold, so to speak. These two are walking right past that church window. But it's almost like choosing to stay out in the cold. Love secret. Okay. Can I see a potential outcome? That is definitely in the challenge, not a feeling of optimism. Potential outcome. Oh my gosh. This is divine feminine energy, Taurus and Libra, Venus energy coming through. The Empress is wife, mother. Okay. We have the Hierophant here. Okay, we'll see where this goes. On the bottom of the deck is the Wheel of Fortune. That's Jupiter in your sign, Cancer. Interesting. Jupiter just entering today. Let's use the mild unknown to clarify. Why do they have the Two of Cups on their mind when it comes to you? And that's counterpart energy. Memories and remembrance. Oh man, Nine of Swords. Lots of air coming through. The Nine of Swords is stress and anxiety and staying up all night and trying to figure out something. They're definitely thinking a lot about this Two of Cups. But why are they so stressed out? Stay optimistic. Are they having, okay. I mean, this is almost like nightmares with the Four of Swords and the Nine of Swords. The Emperor. You guys noticed how much these two are coming up together in a reading lately? And I've been saying that all this year, soulmate union. We have the Emperor and the Empress. The Empress is in the outcome. So Cancer, I'm thinking you're the Empress in this situation because we have the Emperor here in a state of pure anxiety. And like I said, what kind of nightmares? Can I have one more on the Emperor? Venus and Mars. The Eight of Swords. Wow. Okay, well, they have a lot on their mind. And it definitely has something to do. Well, okay, well, we'll get into it more and find out what's going on. Stay optimistic. That is not. Let me see the Page of Pentacles in the heart. The Five of Wands. And the King of Wands. Okay, one more. The King of Wands has a lot of confidence. He definitely goes after what it is that strikes his heart. And then the Five of Wands. And then the Three of Swords. To the Four of Swords. Okay. I don't. All right. Let me. The High Priestess. Yeah. Some kind of internal struggle that this person is going through. Four of Swords again. This energy is quite intense, Cancer. I'm not going to lie. Can I see the Four of Swords, please? The High Priestess with the Five of Wands. These are some kind of memories. Let me see. Can I see the Four of Swords? The Five of Swords. Okay. I mean, whoever this is that you're dealing with could definitely have strong Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in their chart. The Five of Swords is a card about winning at any cost. There's all these fives coming out. Five Pentacles, Swords, Wands. Stay optimistic. Fives are a turning point. It is either you're going to go forward or you're not. It's a choice point. And it all comes down to your own sense of belief in yourself. But there is definitely a lot of conflict happening inside this person, but I don't know why. I don't know what's happening. Five of Swords with the Four of Swords. Memories and remembrance. What are they thinking about here? The Knight of Cups. That's your energy, Cancer. The Knight of Cups is very sweet. I call it the poet of the tarot. Very, very romantic, you know. Do they want to apologize for something? Or make some kind of romantic feelings? And then here is a gesture of love with the Knight of Cups. Let me see the Hierophant in the surrounding energy. What a crazy reading. The Hierophant's number 5, and we have all of these 5s here too. Let me see the Hierophant in the surrounding energy. It's the Hierophant again. And this Hierophant is a crow on top of that big skeleton key, which is the door that unlocks the way forward. Okay, double Hierophant energy and the King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. King of Pentacles, I always say, very serious, very committed energy. Can I have one more on that King of Pentacles? The Six of Cups. Whoa. The Six of Cups is Scorpio energy. And it is very, very, it's like a deep connection. This could go way back to the past. Memories and remembrance. High Priestess here. And the Hierophant, the High Priestess and the Hierophant, that's the highest spiritual couple. Is there a past life energy here? I feel like there is, and that's been coming up a lot lately. The Six of Cups is a past life memory to me. Now, it could be from your past in this life, Cancer, but it's like a sense memory. You remember in the heart space. And that seems to be what they're doing. But I just can't understand why they're so stressed about it. There's a lot of anxiety. And something they either want to confess or apologize or explore. Is love secret? Okay. But moving toward you here, let me see the Five of Pentacles in the challenge, please. It's your major arcana of the Chariot. Interesting. Okay. And the Three of Wands. You two could be at a distance from each other. The Three of Wands is often a card about looking out over a horizon. And I always say in the middle of these three wands here, which is framing framing the view, there's all those rainbow colors of promise. And the Chariot definitely can be a card about travel. Incidentally, the Emperor is who drives the Chariot. And that seems to be what's in the challenge. Can I have one more there? on the Three of Wands. You definitely could be at a distance from each other. I'm going to go into that memories and remembrance with a different deck. The Six of Wands, Five of Wands over here, and the Six of Wands. This is about having confidence, staying optimistic that they will get what they want. The King of Wands here in the heart is about having confidence in yourself and believing in yourself. He is the king of optimism. But there's something in question, right? Because the Moon, the Six of Wands, Three of Wands, there's something maybe that they don't quite see or know. The Moon is your ruler, but also about what's hidden. Can I see the Empress? Empress in the outcome for Cancer. The Ten of Swords. Inevitable. All of these swords. Okay. And what else? The Fool. Interesting. Let me get one on the Ten of Swords. Okay. The Fool is Aries major arcana. Right now we have some pretty major action in Aries. That is your fellow cardinal, and it's Mars energy, the Emperor here. The Fool is a leap of faith onto a brand new path into the unknown. What I'm thinking is going on here is the Ten of Swords is the end of the thinking, because we have Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords, Five of Swords. I mean, it does keep going down because we get to the Four of Swords. And then the Ten of Swords, the end of a very long and difficult cycle of learning. I don't know what that's about for them. I'll go into that a little bit more. But then out comes the fresh Fool energy. You can't take a leap of faith into anything if you're weighed down by this much overthinking. So whoever this Emperor is putting an end to that and deciding to just take a leap. I don't know exactly. I mean, I feel like there's something very, very spiritual with this High Priestess and double Hierophant energy here. And the Six of Cups, sense memory. And what could be going on is that all these swords, this person could be trying to decipher with the mind something that only exists in the heart, something that only speaks the language of the heart, which is the High Priestess, which is in their heart. So that's pretty interesting too. Okay, let me grab a different deck and a sip. Let's go to the lights here. Sorry if my voice is a bit rough. You guys, this allergy season is just killing me. Okay, let me see. Let's go right into this Four of Swords and see what it is. This memories and remembrance, whatever it is, it's coming through in a dream. The Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords. I wonder, okay, one more there. Interesting. We have the Magician on the bottom of the deck. Virgo, Gemini energy. We're in Gemini season. But remember when I said stay optimistic? It's like they're trying to manifest. Six of Swords, a way forward toward you. I mean, there's a lot of cards about travel, but this is moving out of a place of inner conflict. We got the Knight of Cups with the Five of Swords, Four of Swords, Six of Swords. Rest, recovery, integration, and then movement forward. Out of that place of struggle, Ten of Swords, done. And the Magician with the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is in the challenge. Wow. Who is this, Cancer? In the surrounding energy, let's take a look at that. The Hierophant twice. The Six of Cups and the King of Pentacles. That was the Knight of Pentacles that almost came out. Six of Cups. This is the memories. Let me see. No energy. Death and rebirth. I mean, you could be dealing with a Scorpio here. I don't know. And the Ace of Swords. Clarity and truth. Oh my gosh, Cancer. This is incredibly powerful. It's like they're coming forward with a certainty. The Ace, 10 of Swords to the Ace of Swords. Death and rebirth to the Six of Cups and double Hierophant. Did they have a dream? Did they see something about your past life? At this point, I'm quite convinced that all about this memories and remembrance. Let me see the moon. The Four of Pentacles. Okay. Four of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles can be like clinging on. It's not optimism, that's for sure. The Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, I see the Lovers, Gemini's major arcana. The Lovers, the Six of Cups. This definitely has a past life component. And this Page of Cups is like the beginning of that exploration. It's getting your toe wet in the waters of possibility. Very shy. As they move towards you here. Love's secret, right? They're not telling everything that they know. With the High Priestess and the Hierophant, they've seen things. 10 of Swords and the Fool. Three of Swords. The Eight of Pentacles. One more. A lot of earth energy coming through. That they've worked on their heart. They want to work on healing something. Balance and unity. And then the Eight of Cups. I can't stop there. The Eight of Cups wants to become the 10 of Cups. To me, this is all about having the courage and integrity to walk away from what isn't the full picture. She is walking from that little contained fire on the beach into the source of it. Sun. For Cancer, one more. It's Justice. Libra's major arcana. But we have balance and unity. And justice is also karmic justice. In the end, it's the right thing being done. Okay. But is this Three of Swords in the past? Like in the past in this life, or in the past in a past life? Because this is what they're overcoming here. Interesting. Okay. And then on the bottom, I see, check this out, Cancer, the Seven of more Swords, one of the ones we didn't have. The Seven of Swords, and he is operating underneath of this moon, which is in the challenge. Secret strategies, plans being made, things being held to themselves. Jupiter, the Wheel of Fortune, destiny. And there is that King of Wands who's also in the heart space. So this King of Wands here. Getting up the confidence, but there's definitely some kind of past life thing here. What did they see? What did they see? The Ace of Cups. Amazing. The Ace of Cups is a brand new beginning in love. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. Let's try one more on memories and remembrance. The High Priestess is there. And the Four of Cups. Yeah, that's a feeling of wanting, like dissatisfaction or longing. Yeah. Look at this, Cancer. The Chariot, again, which was in the challenge, and the Three of Wands. Interesting. We already saw that Three of Wands. So looking at you from a distance. Wow. Okay. Let's go to the blue deck. And wanting to bring some kind of justice. What else do we have for Cancer? We've seen the Chariot twice. So strong Cancer energy, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, very strong Taurus energy, Libra, happy family, and the Empress and the Six of Cups. Okay. The Garden and the Gate. Now, this is a card about leaving your comfort zone. This little girl is standing at the edge of the gate to her home, about to enter into the great unknown. We have that with that Eight of Cups, too. So, with the King of Wands in their heart and that little page, they're stepping out of their comfort zone, going beyond what's, storm warning. Okay. One more with that storm warning. The seventh chakra, Archangel Uriel, the crown chakra, storm warning, and the crown chakra. What did they see? I'm telling you, there was something psychically transmitted between the two of you here. It's very clear. Pairing connections and the Angel of Strength. Leo's major arcana here with the Strength card. And that King of Wands is the same kind of energy too. To act upon what they intuitively know. I really don't think this is a person from the past in this life for you, Cancer. It doesn't look like it. Because we have your feelings are real and worth exploring and love secret. But they think, at least, that there's something deeply spiritual between the two of you. And by what's showing here in the cards, I would say, yes, that's absolutely true. We got the Lovers. We got the Six of Cups. We got the Emperor and the Empress. Hierophant, High Priestess. They do remember you. Okay. Let's get a little bit of astrology. We saw that Wheel of Fortune and the Death and Rebirth card as well. And both of those cards indicate to me back around. Wow, Eight of Swords, the Emperor, the Nine of Swords. Isn't this interesting? We have the progressions or the journey and Jupiter, which just entered your sign. Mars on the bottom and Aries energy, the Fool. Aries and Mars. Right now we have Saturn and Neptune, both in Aries. But anyway. Aries, again, is about taking action. It's that Fool card. It's new beginnings. Gemini energy. We're in Gemini season. Okay. So this is pretty much right now for you. Mars won't leave the bottom of the deck. How interesting. We have the ninth house. Well, that's Sagittarius' house, and it's ruled by Jupiter, which just entered your sign. There could be travel involved in this situation big time. It can be about learning something new about this spiritual concept, maybe. The ninth house is the house of exploration, and this says your feelings are real and worth exploring. The solar flare energy, we've been having solar flares like crazy, big time activation. One more, and then we will close it off. Mars, which has been trying to come out for the whole reading. That's about taking action. That's that Fool card. Okay. Let's go to the talisman. Consider these to be like power words that you can take away from the reading with you, Cancer. Sorry if it got confusing. The readings have been incredibly deep lately. As you can see, this is a very spiritual reading. Let's have one more. Willpower is coming up. The Emperor. Finding love. Willpower, stay optimistic. Interesting. Magical power. So this is deeply, deeply spiritual. And this person coming in, I believe, knows this. And I believe they've seen some things. Can always be vice versa. Yeah, they know this knowledge. And maybe they want to know more about this, or maybe you do. Because we have the house of exploration here with the ninth house. And divine guidance, maybe you want to know more about this spiritual connection. They could be very stressed out because they're being divinely guided here. And that can, when this is all happening in the 5D, the High Priestess, the Hierophant, the Four of Swords, it can be disconcerting, once again, to try to wrap your mind around it. It doesn't necessarily make sense. Let's do one more. Financial security. And we saw this Five of Pentacles in the challenge. That's coming up for a lot of people right now. Okay. What are we gonna? We'll leave it there. Let's close it with a couple of cards from the Lovers. Okay, all right. We're doing a moon card, Cancer. I heard it. You are ruled by the moon. The moon is in the challenge here. Full moon in Sagittarius. See the big picture. Interesting. That's that expansive Jupiter energy. And then first quarter moon in Virgo. Assess the situation. They're assessing, all right. My goodness. 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords. And also with the moon in the challenge and the Chariot too. I said there's some things unknown. Another card about Sagittarius. Focus on the positive. Stay optimistic. And we have that full moon in Sag coming up. Double Sag energy here in the moons. Okay. Cancer. The new moon in Sagittarius. Oh my gosh. It just dawned on me. What? The new moon in Sagittarius. Now, this would have been back in, I think, December of last year, probably near the beginning. And then we have the full moon in Sagittarius, which happens on June the 12th. So that is the cycle of this moon and this situation, the journey, the progressions unfolding. And during that time, assess the situation. We have this person, Emperor, with all of these swords, definitely assessing the situation. Okay, it all came together there at the end. That makes sense. All right, let's close it off for you now with a couple of cards from the Lover's Oracle. These can come out as advice, Cancer, so totally take it only as it resonates. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times, we must accept things as they are. There's no point in trying to change that which is beyond our control. Stay optimistic. Only time will tell. We got that moon cycle. Sexual union. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul. I was saying. For there you will find true bliss. And last one. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow, you will be surprised where it leads. I think that's for this emperor, because they're the ones covered in the swords, which is not going with the flow. And the flow is going straight into the fool and the empress. One more. Secret admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. That's that whole reading. That's the whole reading. And that they know more than they're letting on to. Anyways, I love you guys, Cancer. That's what I have for you. I hope it made some sense. Again, I'm sorry if it got a little convoluted there. Between the allergies and the intensity of the energy, readings have been interesting this week. I'll see you soon, my friends. I love you, Cancer. Namaste.